It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Ravens on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a handoff out of the gun. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch.
It must be something about the night air, because he is putting on an absolute show under the light.
Yeah, we've established anything in his vicinity, he's grabbing it. He'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Morgan. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Extra point by McCann, up up and good, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll drop to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Past the 20.
Ain't doing nothing.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. What a sensational punt return, 98 yards. And the Ravens continue to pull away here in this first half. McCann now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run this one in, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check 37. Check 30. Panther Street. Panther Street. Jim. Trap 60. Trap 60. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Watch the flood. Watch the flood.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
From the 4 now, 3rd and goal. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Hands it off out of the gun. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 34.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. And the reception made by Green. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Mike 29, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check smash. Check smash. Mike 29. Let's go, defense.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 17. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
2nd and 4. He finds his man complete. That's Hayes. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Here's a give now to Sayers. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Finds a seam inside the 40 and down right around the 37. 92 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
29 is Mike. Mike 29. Hey, come on up.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he powers his way up past the 30.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball net because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Ricky. Hey, switch gears. Cut 19. 29 is Mike 29. Switch up.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now he'll a strip. The ball comes out, and the Ravens have got it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
2nd and 3. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Ravens look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
He's checking crap. Check safety, check safety. Check. Fresno.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
127 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Kill.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Hayes. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll look to throw now on first down. This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll set up to throw. Eluding. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Running right through it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Watch the whip. Check.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Ravens, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns.